Hey Internet, it's Cool Cats Club where we watch shows and read books and talk about our thoughts and reactions. I'm Lily.
I'm Caleb, and today we're going to be watching the first two episodes of The Patient. He's chained.
Yep.
What the fuck?
That was my thoughts exactly.
We're already off to a crazy start.
Okay, I gotta pause to say something funny, dude.
Okay.
That lock, I don't know why I noticed this, okay? But that lock that's locking him to, like, the thing. I watched somebody on TikTok pick that lock with another one of the lock. Like, it's like this is how you pick one of these master locks with a master lock, and he just whacks it and it just opens.
What? Is that real?
I think so. I don't know. It was hilarious. It was a great TikTok.
Too bad Steve Carell doesn't have a second master lock.
That's true.
He could just whack himself out of there.
He doesn't.
Only if he had seen that TikTok.
Yeah, exactly.
Though.
He doesn't have the TikTok knowledge that I have now, though. Like, if this was me, I would just go get my second master lock and give that first one a whack in, then I'm good to go.
Yeah, just pull it out of your pocket because you always have it on hand.
Yeah, I don't go anywhere without my master lock. You know, like, gotta stay strapped.
Yeah, it's one of the essentials. You pack in your backpack. You have your water bottle, your laptop, your chapstick, your phone. Oh, and your master lock.
Yeah, that's a pocket carry. It's so important. That goes with my wallet and my keys, dude. Like,
of living in fucking Portland. Like, who would do this?
You are using a Master Lock Model 176. You can open it using a Master Lock Model 176.
Perks.
I just saw a flaw with this plan, actually. Or whoever locked him up, right? So there's a master lock chaining him, like, to the post that the chain is stuck on, but there's another master lock around his leg. So theoretically, you can pick them both by whacking them against each other.
By just whacking them on each other. But then his ankle's gonna be like, you know, the collateral damage. But I feel like that's a small price to pay if you're chained up in someone's basement.
That's true. It could be like Hopper in Stranger Things, who just broke his leg for no reason.
Yes, exactly. Oh, and here's Dexter walking across my screen.
But you might be able to help me with some of my problems.
Wait, so it just goes from him being chained up to this? Like, was that like the future or something?
Okay, I'm a little hard to reach.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, this is the past.
Okay, yeah, okay. Just casually goes from being chained up to eating cottage cheese.
You know, vibes.
Cottage cheese is not a vibe.
No, it's not. It's actually gross.
It is gross.
My dad beat the shit out of me.
That's one way to start it off.
A lot. When I was a kid.
Just right into it.
Pretty much all the
I
time.
did not need to see the bottom of Steve Carell's foot.
That's true. Hopefully he doesn't start gagging.
The foot starts gagging. All right, we're back after a little hiatus.
Yeah.
We had some ice cream. We had some mental breakdowns.
We did have a mental breakdown.
Back at it, people.
I was kind of a bozo.
You mostly did.
Yeah. We realized that
right.
my recording stopped halfway through, and then here we are at the end of the episode.
Yep, but I think we're just gonna kind of recap what happened and then our thoughts. So, basically we learned our main character is Dr. Strauss, who has at least a daughter and potentially a son or a brother, and potentially a deceased wife or deceased mother.
Yeah.
And a creepy baby with a creepy face baby. So he's a therapist and has different clients, and so we meet his client Jean, who's kind of a weirdo, and snatches him.
Yeah. That was the scene in the beginning where he was chained up. Yeah.
Yeah, so basically, we know he's chained up, and then kind of at the end of the episode, we get kind of more insight on the person on Gene, who's actually, his real name is Sam, and has these tendencies, or he calls them compulsions to kill, and so he's admitted to having killed before and having the desire to kill again.
Yeah. And so with that nightmare scene earlier, I don't remember if that's in the recording or not, but like the way that it haunts him, like you were talking about the like dead wife, mother, or whatever, and the child, it seems like he did something, or like somebody like killed his family or something that kind of pushed him into the career field of like helping these like criminals and everything.
Yeah, so I was kind of thinking like maybe he either like his I'm gonna assume wife. I think that's his wife.
Okay. Yeah.
And that
it makes sense.
The
with
person
the baby.
and the person that we saw in the store that he dropped the guitar off to was his son, because the wife in his dream, the wife was holding the guitar in his bed.
Okay. I did not realize that. Okay.
Yeah. So that's what I think. I think that's his wife. So I'm gonna assume that's the son. So
Okay.
So yeah, so that maybe like some serial killer or some murderous person maybe killed his wife and his baby, or maybe he somehow was like involved in an accident with them, like I don't know, like maybe they got in a car crash and he was driving the car and they died or something. That's kind of what I was thinking.
Yeah. So my bold prediction I made that wasn't caught on camera was I think like the whole thing's gonna come full circle, and like in the end the Gene or Sam or whatever is gonna end up like killing Dr. Strauss, like after
I think that's his name.
Yeah, I'm just going by what you said, because I don't think his name was ever really said.
Well, remember last time you trusted me with Deb's name?
Deb Cheb.
And it's actually Deb Chubb.
Yeah. She truly lives rent free in our head that we're like bringing her up when we're not even watching Love Island anymore.
I know.
Dude, she actually okay.
But anyway,
hold up. I gotta go on my little Deb tangent. I saw on her Instagram story that she's like posting Q&As on Instagram now, or on YouTube.
On YouTube.
Yeah. Did I send you that?
No, but I saw it and I almost sent it to you.
Dude, what was I thinking? I should have sent it to you. What were you thinking? You should have sent it to me, bro.
So I didn't, because I thought you were going to send it to me.
I can't believe it.
So I just didn't.
Okay, I don't know why I didn't send it. I must have just been like scrolling through and I just like, I didn't think about it enough, I guess. I don't know.
Maybe. Yeah.
I mean, even if I was going to send it to you, you gotta still send it to me, bro. We just send it to each other.
I know.
I've actually had that happen though, where I sent somebody the same video that they just sent me. Like, I was like somebody sent me a video in the Instagram DMs, and I watched the video and I was like, oh, this is hilarious. Johnny's gonna love this, and I sent it to Johnny, and Johnny was the one that sent it to me.
Okay, so that's happened to me, but I've been Johnny, where like I will send a video to someone and then they send it right back to me, and I'm like, I literally just sent that to you. What do you mean?
Wait, did I do it to you too? I feel like I did it to you too. No cap.
You have done it to me, but other people have done it to me too.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah. But anyway, okay, so you had like other predictions?
Oh yeah, okay. So the murder thing, that's like my big prediction. I think that like them being Jewish is gonna have something to do with it. Maybe he's like anti-Semitic or something. Which I don't know if that's even like PC enough for a Hulu show to like have an anti-Semite in it.
Well, it was rather interesting that Sam made it clear that he specifically sought out 3 other Jewish therapists and chose Dr. Strauss.
Exactly.
So, and again, the scene before, where we see him like delivering the guitar to his son, and his son was wearing the yarmulke. Is that what it's called?
I think so. Yeah. The guitar case also had the Star of David on it too.
Oh, I didn't notice
Yeah.
that. So I feel like these little are hinting like, okay, this is very clearly a Jewish family, which maybe doesn't have anything to do with this and is maybe just so that there's a storyline that is centered around a Jewish family. Like that very well could be, but
it's weird. It's weird for the guy like seeking him out then to say like, oh, I sought out 3 Jewish therapists and I ended on you.
right,
Like, unless
right.
I mean, like maybe you're onto something with him being Jewish too, and like he wanted you to, or he wanted to like keep a Jewish doctor or whatever.
Yeah. So we'll kind of have to see. That's kind of an interesting like, because I just feel like it was made clear, like it wasn't subtle, like, oh, by the way, this is a Jewish like family. Like I feel like they're purposely trying to make it clear like that they're Jewish, like
Right.
Dr. Strauss's family. So
Yeah, I mean, like I feel like if it was like a Jewish family only, like they wanted representation or whatever, it would be like very, very subtle, like
right.
not like so in your face about. I don't think they would bring it up twice in the same episode. I definitely don't think they would have them like explicitly like say it. So like,
right.
I feel like it has to at least play some part in the story that we're gonna see, but I don't know what exactly
Yeah,
yet.
that's kind of what I think. Yeah. Again, I think so. What I really liked so far, again, we've only watched the first episode, is how fast paced it was. It got right to the point with the story. There was a couple of those weird scenes where he was like flossing,
That was strange, yeah.
and stuff. But again, it's very straight to the point. We know his career. We know the dynamic. Like we kind of get a sense of the dynamics of his family. He has some trauma or something, and then again, they just cut to the chase and like he's kidnapped, and we know why, because Sam thinks this is how he's going to get better. And stop killing, which is I think like your prediction is at the end. Okay, so he's gonna go through all this therapy and then end up killing the therapist anyway.
Yeah.
So
It's just it gives weird vibes. I don't know.
It is weird vibes, but I like how fast paced it is and that it's short. Like usually I feel like psychological thriller shows like this are always at least like 40-45 minutes, maybe an hour.
Yeah.
Which is good if you're fine, like, just sitting there, like, watching it, but, like, it's kind of nice to have a shorter show, you know? I don't know.
I agree. It holds your attention better, because sometimes, like, when
Yeah.
it gets that long, it gets kind of drawn out, and there's not as much going on, but, like, when there's a lot of stuff going on like that, it kind of just builds the suspense quicker.
Right. Like, in this case, like, it's very character-driven and not, world building driven. Like we don't need to know where, like, what town they live in, or you know what cars they drive, or you know what their favorite restaurant is. Like we don't need to know that. We just need to know, okay, why is he kidnapped, what's happening, how is he gonna get out of this. So, like, yeah,
I think that you're right about this being like kind of it's unique for a thriller, and I think it's actually like really good. I think it's kind of surprising that it's like the first time that I've seen it done, like short episodes like this.
Yeah, me too. Which is why, okay, so how we kind of got the show, we originally going to watch a different show, since we just finished Love Island, but I happened to watch the first episode of this a few days ago, and I was like, this is such a crazy wild show. I think it matches both of our interests. It's getting to be spoopy season, and I was like, I feel like we have to watch this. But a huge like reason why I pushed for this is because they're short episodes, which just makes it easier for viewing sake, but also like logistically, like podcast sake, or but also like entertainment. I feel like it increases the entertainment value.
I agree, yeah. Plus, we do love Steve Carell too.
We do. He is. It's so interesting seeing him in a role that is so serious and
I was
dark
about to say that
and not
too.
like funny. But he's such a brilliant actor. I mean, he's just so good.
He actually is. I was a little bit nervous about how that was gonna go, because, I mean, saw like other people fail at it, and I don't know. You don't really think about it too much, which is the mark of a good actor.
Yeah. Yeah, like I feel like with some actors who especially like become so famous for like a specific role,
Adam Sandler.
that it's hard. Yeah, it's so hard to like separate them from that type of character they usually play, or the main character that they play. But in this case, like I'm not like I'm seeing Steve Carell and being like, that's Dr. Strauss. That's not Michael Scott, you know?
Yeah, I mean, like, okay, part of it is that he's changed look since then too. Like, if he still looked
Well,
like
true,
Michael
yeah.
Scott, I think it would be a little bit more
Yeah, he's
confusing. But
aged.
yeah,
Yeah, that's true. But I think that's also the mark of just good acting.
It
is when
it
you
is.
can, yeah. So
He is definitely like very dynamic. Unlike Mr. Sandler, which actually, did you watch that movie that he made, like the basketball one? That's supposed to be like.
I haven't seen that one, but I saw Uncut Gems, which was a pretty intense movie.
I don't think I didn't see that. I just watched the basketball one. I watched it like pretty much for the basketball cameos. Cause
I figured.
I love basketball. I gotta watch the NBA players in there, but they like
Wait.
What?
Oh, is this the one? Because there's some basketball players in Uncut Gems. But this is he's like a basketball coach or something.
I actually don't remember the plot even. I'm going to Netflix to look what the movie is called.
Oh, Hustle. Okay, yeah, no, I haven't seen that. There does happen to be. I think it's. I'm pretty sure it's basketball players.
He's a scout. Yeah, okay.
Gems.
I remember the plot now. He's like he's a scout and he's like plotting this or he's like scouting this like NBA player from Spain, and the NBA player is actually played by an actual NBA player, Juancho Hernan Gomez, or Willie Hernan Gomez. I don't know.
Is it a real story?
No.
Or true?
No.
Oh.
But it has like actual basketball players in it. They they have a bunch of like cameos and stuff, which I'm a sucker for a good cameo. Especially like a sports cameo. That's why I like Mike so much as a kid. That's my favorite childhood movie.
And next thing I know, they're calling me the John Doe killer, because sometimes it took them a few days to figure out who these people were without their IDs and stuff. And now I'm kind of stuck with it. You believe me now?
You don't think I believed you?
I get why it's easier for you to think that maybe I'm not telling the truth.
I believed you.
Okay, hold up. Why would you lie about this? Like, why would he assume that somebody doesn't believe him? Like,
so he's clearly like a psychopath or a sociopath. I don't know which he would be, but so he's. From my understanding, is if from either of those, you have a very narcissistic perspective, and so he's not. So Sam isn't thinking, oh, this guy's scared for his life, that's why he's not listening to me. It's, oh, he doesn't believe me, I need to, like, prove to him more that this is a good idea, this is why I'm doing this.
Okay, yeah. I see.
Yeah. Like, he clearly has a very, like, twisted logic.
Yeah, I just, like... I don't know, it seems like he's, like... kind of sane enough to understand that if he's like out and like trying to get help for himself, like because like the whole thing is like the whole thing is like he's seeking help. Like if he was really like that far gone, I don't think like he would be trying to get help for himself or whatever. But
yeah, I don't know,
because like if he's like able to recognize that in himself, he should be able to recognize that in other people, right? Like that's my thinking.
No, because psychopaths and sociopaths really have a very like self-centered way of thinking. Like they don't recognize other people's emotions. They don't consider other people's emotions. They only consider their own.
But do they even recognize their own though? Like,
well, I think that's kind of up for debate, right? Because I think sociopaths are the ones that like can't distinguish between right and wrong.
Yeah.
So I would say probably not. I don't know. I don't know. I could be like very much like butchering this, but
we need an actual therapist in here.
Okay, so I just want to be clear. So he's saying Sam is the John Doe killer.
Yeah. Okay, one more thing too before this starts back up. I feel like they are like not doing that great of a job of portraying him as deranged as they want him to come across.
Why do you say that?
I feel like he's like masking too well. Like, I don't know. Like all this.
But again, go ahead.
I know, but like, so the whole thing is like he's supposed to like he kidnapped him so he could show like his true self and not lie to him, right? Which I guess like the lying is pretty like deranged in itself. We didn't really see like that much of it when he was like doing his like sessions there. But I'm saying like so the whole point is they like wanted him to come across as deranged and everything. Like, I mean, he did kidnap the dude, but it doesn't really feel like he kidnapped the dude. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so again, from my understanding of like psychopaths and sociopaths and people who like behave like this, they are still very like socially intelligent and so can pretend to care for people and pretend to like that scene where he's offering him a watch, like, oh, you would think that of being empathy. Well, if he's a psychopath, he's just good at faking empathy because he's learned how to mimic that. And so but also like, so he's probably also learned that you have to gain people's trust in order for them to like want to work with you and talk with you and things like that. So I feel like Sam is now trying to put on the like mask, so to speak, of being a therapist.
Okay.
To get Dr. Strauss comfortable like agreeing to this plan.
Okay, yeah, that's kind of interesting.
I don't know, but
well, I said that like he was masking it like too well because like I feel like he has the therapist there, like that's what he wanted the whole time was like to like confess all this stuff, and it's like not as like it's just not as like maniacal as I thought it was gonna be.
Yeah. Well, again, we have a whole season to go, so who knows where this is gonna go.
We're 4 minutes into the second episode, but
right.
Like, yeah. Maybe he like goes more off the rails as it goes on. We'll see.
That's kind of what I'm thinking.
Yeah,
but
I kind of figured that would be the opposite, where he would like start super off the rails and then get like progressively better because he's like working with a therapist and everything, and like, I don't know. Maybe that's like the twist is like he starts like hiding all his stuff really well, and then he like breaks down, and then it's just a whole thing. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
It's like a nice hotel breakfast.
I was literally just thinking that.
Dude, those hotel breakfasts hit different sometimes, I'm not gonna lie.
Sometimes they do.
Usually it's nasty.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I went to a hotel one time.
Oh my gosh.
And this is the whole point of the podcast, bro. Whole point.
You're right. Okay, you went to a hotel one time.
Yeah. They're like almost out of food. And I had to eat Frosted Flakes with apple juice instead of milk.
Why would you do that? Just
I don't know.
Dry.
I don't know. It was a bad decision on my part.
How old were you?
Like 13. This was on like our trip to Washington D.C. So I was young.
Oh my.
It was like a class trip. I think it was
terrible.
2013, 2014 maybe. 2013. I don't know. Yeah, so I was young.
Dang.
Bad decision.
That's terrible.
It was also my first time like being alone. So I was kind of a goon.
Yeah, that makes sense.
A menace to society, one might say.
Yes, truly.
Kind of have to be to put apple juice in Frosted Flakes.
I know, and then actually consume it.
Yeah. I ate those all, too.
Good for you.
Oh, look, he's figuring out the lock thing. Little does he know he could just bang him.
Whack it.
Yeah. Why is he eating it?
I don't know.
Also, why did he use that end of the fork? Like, wouldn't the other end... I guess it's too thick, probably?
Yeah, I was thinking that too, and it's probably too thick. Oh, here comes Dexter.
Oh, that's cute. You gonna terrorize your setup again?
Yes, he is.
Wait, why is there somebody upstairs?
I don't
Oh.
know.
That's spoopy.
That's new information for me too. Yeah.
Hold up, does he have a second?
Oh wait, no, we're good.
Does he have a second prisoner?
Another therapist?
I don't know if it's another therapist, but he might have like the okay. So you know how last episode he was talking about like that guy that he was thinking about killing or whatever? Maybe it's that guy.
Yeah.
Or maybe it is another therapist.
That'd be oh my gosh.
Okay.
That's a good theory. I don't know.
I'm here for that theory. I mean, obviously it is my theory, but
Yeah.
okay, you might have been onto something with like the roles flipping. Maybe he's the killer, and then
Yeah.
maybe he like snaps and just murders him.
With a plastic
He ate
fork.
it so that he can digest it and poop it out.
Okay, but what good does
So
that?
we can prove to him.
Oh,
It proves to him
yeah,
that,
yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
I accidentally ate it.
Yeah, yeah. I wish you would know why she threw the cake. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm sure we will.
I guess, yeah. It's kind of flashing back and forth.
You gotta let the story unravel itself.
I actually used to go there with my wife even before I inspected.
Right.
Oh, that might be the prisoner upstairs. Oh, okay.
I was.
I was.
That was one of those things I didn't tell you because I couldn't be fully truthful. Anyway,
Wait, did he killed his wife, right? That has to be.
Well, we don't know, but
Well, why would he not tell
Probably.
him that before?
because he didn't want to be honest about his true identity.
Okay, yeah, I guess.
Hello?
What?
Bruh.
That's the end?
Oh, I can't believe it.
Wow. Wow.
I knew it was coming too, dude. Wow. That was a good build up.
Yeah, the suspense is really good.
It is, yeah. It's like very intriguing.
Mm-hmm. So I it seems like the rest of the show is pretty is gonna take place kind of in this basement and be the
Yeah.
interactions between them two and now maybe three people, with the exception of like the flashbacks to his past.
Yeah.
So it's kind of
So-
an interesting way to do it.
I kind of feel like okay. I'm gonna scratch my original prediction from the last episode, okay?
Okay.
I kind of feel like it's gonna be like the whole thing is like up for our interpretation of what he's going out and doing like during the day or whatever. You know what I mean? Like
I think he's working.
okay.
He's an inspector.
I'm saying like what if he's not working and he's like murdering instead, you know? Like
Oh, I
Like-
see. Yeah, like we're never gonna know really what he's doing.
yeah, okay. But not just when he's like leaving for the day, but I'm saying like when also like if he's just out committing crimes, you know? Like I feel like we're not going to be able to see that. Like
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I feel like our perspective of him is going to be entirely like what he tells the therapist. And
Yeah.
so we're like never really going to actually see anything. Like we're not going to be able to see him like making progress or anything like that.
Yeah. I see what you're saying. Yeah.
It's kind of just what
So
it
then
seems
do you
like.
think then has it changed whether or not you think he's gonna kill the therapist or not?
No, I think he's still going to kill the therapist. But
Interesting.
yeah. Okay. Do you have any thoughts on the episode?
No, again, I just like the suspense is very well done. Again, I like that it's short. Because I was like, oh, there's gonna be more that happens, right? No, then the episode ends there. Like that's just such a good way to do it.
It is. Yeah.
But then yeah, like you said, like okay, why did his wife throw the cake? Does she have anger issues? Like what's going on with the family dynamics? So I don't think I have any predictions. Maybe his wife ended up being a serial killer.
Ooh, maybe. Maybe his
and
wife.
That's why he does this.
Maybe his wife like murdered that baby.
Yeah. Interesting. So. Yeah, I don't know. Again, I'm enjoying this. Are you enjoying this? Are you glad that we did this?
Yeah, this is a good show.
Okay, good.
That last part was crazy. I got chills. I got goosebumps.
I did too. I was like really like into it.
I was too.
And then when you'd talk, it'd like make me jump. I'd be like, oh my god.
I was like, I haven't said anything in a long time. This is gonna be a boring episode, but
I know, right? It was hard to remember to talk because I'm just so into it. But
yeah.
No, that was it was. Woo, it's oh god, and Steve Carell is just so good.
He is.
Oh, he's just so good.
We talked a lot during the first one, but unfortunately, no one will ever know.
Yeah. So, because you're a bozo who accidentally pauses the recording instead of the show, but rip bozo. It's all right. We got it figured out, and it's only 40 minutes past our bedtimes, so
that's true.
Well, cool. I guess so. This was episodes 1 and 2 of The Patient. So stay tuned for episodes 3 and 4.